Alright, so this is going to be a video about producing a clean install of Windows 7 onto a virtual machine. In this case, as you can see, I use Oracle VirtualBox. It's open source, and it seems to work pretty well for doing what I need to do. So go ahead, and this is paused, so I'm going to go ahead and resume it. You'll see automatically, because I have the boot CD loaded, Windows automatically begins loading the boot CD and starting Windows. So we'll go ahead and sit here and watch the beautiful Windows loading screen. It's just a couple minutes while it loads in the background. Oops. And so what you get is the basic Windows splash screen. So you select English, only one we get, or select language, only one we get is English. Time currency, you want to set this to wherever you're at, US. If you're in a foreign country, you want to set it to that so you get the right currency and time. And as well as keyboard or input method. We use US here. You can use all these different ones. Go ahead and click next. We just ignore these. We don't need to repair because there's nothing here. You would use this if you were repairing an installation of Windows 7 that was not booting. This is the Recovery Management Center, better known as the Recovery Console from Windows XP. It's been changed a little, upgraded. And then this just gives you hardware requirements to make sure that Windows has got everything right. So go ahead and click install. And then we'll see, as you can see, setup is starting. Alright, so then we get to the famous Microsoft licensing for Windows 7 Evaluation Edition, which is what this is. As you can see, it's very long. It's some exciting reading. Honestly, I've never read it, so I'm about to click and tell the biggest lie in technical computing. Because honestly, even if I read it, I wouldn't understand what most of it said. So go ahead and click next. Upgrade. So this is if you had an existing version of Vista on this particular computer, or you had like Windows Home and you were now upgrading to Windows Enterprise, that type of thing. Basically, what we're going to do though is go ahead and click Custom Advanced. It takes us right to the disk allocation space. For this particular screen, we're allowed to load a driver if for some reason it doesn't detect our hard drive, and we need to install a driver to be able to detect that. The other thing we have is drive options. So this would allow us to format the drive and create a new partition, extend this out so it was kind of like a Microsoft RAID. You can do a software RAID, which is you take one hard drive and split up two installs onto it. But we're just going to leave it with the standard disk 0 allocated space 10 gigabytes and click next. Alright, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and pause the video because this takes about 15 minutes on this virtual machine to run. Basically, it goes through and it pulls all of the Windows files off of the CD and places them on the hard drive, installs the features, updates, and then completes. And we're going to go ahead and come back after this is all completed. Alright, so welcome back. As you can see, it's been a little bit. So what's going on is Windows has went through the reboot process, has installed everything, and has rebooted twice actually, and now currently was checking to load the screen right here. So basically, this is the start of setting up Windows. How this works is you would probably put in this would be your administration for your local machine on a computer. Let's say if you're some kind of large company, and then in computer name you'd have some kind of naming convention. So like let's say your name is really big company and this is computer 001223. That kind of deal, and you delete the PC. that would be the name of your computer. So password, generally you would also have a standard administrative password. I know when I set up computers initially, I don't put the administrative password on it because if you have this done correctly, you image these and you don't have to worry about it. But in the past, I've seen where you have to load VirusScan and several other programs that requires you to restart your computer, and it's really a pain. So then what we're going to do is for Windows updates, we're going to use settings. You can disable them, but generally you want it to get updating. So where I live is Mountain Time, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. Automatically adjust for daylight savings time, which actually will kick in tonight because tonight is daylight savings time. Go ahead and click Next. Home Work Network, Public Network. So Home, basically it's going to open everything up so that you can access everything in and out of this computer. Work Network's kind of the same. And it is a trusted network. Public network will basically lock your computer down, so the only thing that you can do is surf the internet and look at other people's computers if they're dumb enough to have them open, but yours will be locked down for the most part. It's not perfect, so we'll go ahead and select work, and then we'll go ahead and wait. Windows will finalize our settings. And then we'll go ahead and welcome us to Windows 7, where it will set up our desktop for the first time. And as you can see, this is really super exciting, watching Windows load. The story of our lives. Alright, so Windows is loaded for the first time, and now you have a clean Windows install. As you can see, network, sound, everything's running, no big bad screens. So this is the start of a Windows 7 session. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching.